When I'm up through the night, I can't turn down the noise, tear all the worries out of my mind. About who I'm supposed to be, I start to believe I can't get it right. Remember the days I let slip away, they were simpler times. Mama told me before you leave, if there's only one thing you remember from me, child, when you're out on your
Thank you. Yeah, you too.
home, feeling the weight of the world on your shoulders. Child, don't forget who you are. Don't lose your head or your heart. I'll bet my life on your stars. You'll be dancing, dancing on the moon. I'll bet my life you'll be dancing on the moon. I'll bet my life you'll be dancing on the moon. I'll bet my life you'll be dancing on the moon. Dancing on the moon. Dancing on the moon. Maybe my compass was wrong, and I'm still on my way closer each day to where I belong. I'm still rolling the dice, praying sometimes it don't last that long. I'm losing my faith, I'm walking away from what you knew all along. Mama told me before you leave, if there's only one thing you remember from me, child, when you're out on your own, a million miles from home, feeling the weight of the world on your shoulders. Child, don't forget who you are. Don't lose your head or your heart. I'll bet my life on your stars. You'll be dancing, dancing on the moon. I'll bet my life you'll be dancing on the moon. I'll bet my life you'll be dancing on the moon. I'll bet my life you'll be dancing on the moon. Dancing on the moon. Start when you're out on your own, a million miles from home.
What is up, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So my charts today for my workout are nothing crazy, but I'm just proud of myself for getting in there, getting the reps in, and doing everything that I wanted to do. It wasn't that intense, it wasn't my best, but some days your best doesn't look the same, especially this time of year in the winter, with the days being so much shorter because it gets so much darker earlier. I did want to do an outfit of the day though, because I'm loving this sweatsuit that I have on. It's from Old Navy, and then this top is from H&M. I got it a while ago, and my shoes are from Nike. Last night I was at Archie's, so this morning I got up early, and that made it so much easier for me to get my workout in earlier. I love when we spend the night together because of the fact that I get up so much earlier, because it's either to drive home if I stayed at his place or to walk him out if he stayed at my place. So either way, it forces me up out of bed by 6:30. Last night I did another test for my nutrition cert, and I got a 10 out of 10, which is great because I actually have gotten 9 out of 10 on like the last 2 or 3 chapter tests. So it was just such a good feeling to finally get a 10 out of 10. I only want to get 10 out of 10s moving forward. I'm trying really hard, but they can be, you know, difficult tests to do even though it's online. I'm about to do an exam, so hopefully I get another 10 out of 10. I will film it when I do press the button. The cert that I'm studying for is the Precision Nutrition Certification Level 1, which is for online coaching. I already have my online coaching business, but this is just a certification to help me with this business that I already have. Speaking of my business, I want to share with you guys one of my client texts that I got recently. It was so great to hear this. Let me read it. Hey, good morning. Just check in. Yesterday I got my period, which might not seem like a huge deal for anyone, but I just wanted to share why it is for me. I believe in living as natural as possible, so I don't take anything to make my cycle regular. In a lot of health spaces, we talk about losing your period because you are too small. I don't nearly hear people talking about losing their period at a large size. I started my health journey about a year ago, and since then I have gone in and out of a regular cycle. I knew I needed more help with getting to where I wanted to be, so that's why I signed up for coaching. Anyway, I'm here to report that it is a huge victory for me to get my period back. I haven't been regular for the majority of my life, and although my scale numbers are not exactly where I would like them to be, that is a sign that I am on the right track. While it might be controversial for healthcare professionals to prescribe weight loss in some spaces, when it comes to women's health, that can be a good solution if you are over your set point. Thank you again for your wisdom and accountability. It is seriously amazing to hear things like that. If you guys want help with one-on-one coaching, it's if it fits your macros type of lifestyle that I teach people, which is tracking your carbs, fats, and proteins. If you guys do want more information on my coaching program, it's linked in the description below, or you can go to fittyfreckles.com and check it out there. As I take this next chapter exam and I finish it, I want to talk to you guys about what is a calorie deficit mistakes, and calorie deficit tips. So I read through the entire chapter 10, I took my notes, I did my studying, I just filled out the exam for chapter 10. Let's see what I get. Are you serious? Wow. Okay, wow, I did not get a 10 out of 10. Another 9 out of 10. I really thought I was gonna get a 10 out of 10. To be fair, these tests are hard. I'm gonna feel really accomplished when I do finish this entire certification, and I will definitely let you guys know when that is. A calorie deficit is when you're burning more calories than you're consuming. There's two ways to do this. Consume less calories than your body requires, or you can increase your physical activity. However, this doesn't mean that you can just outwork your diet. There needs to be somewhat of a balance between your amount of exercise and the amount of food that you're consuming. But one of the biggest struggles or mistakes that most people make when it comes to trying to be in a calorie deficit is they're not in a calorie deficit and they think they are in a calorie deficit. And there's many reasons why you can think you're in one and not actually be in one. And one of the main reasons is from mistracking or actually forgetting what they consume. Most people underestimate by at least 1,000 calories every single day. So if you're eating well over 1,000 calories, more than what you're even thinking you consume, it's definitely unlikely that you're in a calorie deficit. So it's normal for most people to struggle with being in a calorie deficit because it's not easy, and it definitely takes a lot of precision, consistency, and dedication to actually see that calorie deficit work and make movement on your scale and changes in your body. So even if you are weighing things out, following the nutrition labels, it's not always going to be completely accurate. And that is why I recommend using the scale to weigh yourself and track your weights. You can write down your weights every single day and then take those 7 weights or however many weights you have from that week and average them together to get one true weight. And then if you see your weight going down every single week, you know you're in a calorie deficit. Also, you can go based on feeling. If you're constantly feeling full or you don't really have much hunger, you are not in a calorie deficit. Hunger comes with a calorie deficit. It doesn't mean you're starving and it's unbearable, but you definitely feel like you want more food because your body does want more food. It's losing energy. So it's gonna do everything it can to send those signals to your brain, to your stomach, trying to get you to consume more food. That doesn't mean you wanna be cutting calories too low, because then if it is super unbearable and you are very hungry, you'll get to a point where you just break and have binges, and then those binges can actually undo all the progress that you did previously the last couple days. So it's all about finding a sweet spot where you're losing some weight, but it's maintainable and not too fast. So anywhere from 1 pound to 2 pounds a week is something that is going to be doable. Another mistake is when you go out to a restaurant, following the nutrition label that they provide for you is a mistake, because a lot of times they're misreporting, miscalculating, mismeasuring in so many ways. When you go out to eat, you always want to allow for more calories. You want to try to increase your activity that day, and you want to try to eat higher protein, lower carb, lower fat leading up to that meal or around that meal. So depending on if it's a brunch, you finish the rest of your day high protein, low carb and fats, vice versa. Start your day that way if you're going to be going out to dinner. In general, when you're in a calorie deficit, it's so much harder to go out to eat. A lot of times you've seen online bodybuilders or people who are openly sharing their calorie deficit journey that they bring their own food to a restaurant in a Tupperware container when they go out with other people, because it is really hard to see results, especially the leaner you already are, the more precise you need to be. Like, the less fat you have on your body, the more stubborn it is, the harder it is to lose that weight. So this doesn't mean that you can't go to a restaurant. It just means that you need to keep in mind when you do go to a restaurant, whether it's a fast food place or a fancy place, whatever you are recording off their nutrition label or putting into your app is not normally accurate. If you did want the most accurate way, say you're getting Chipotle, take it home and separate the ingredients and weigh them out. I know that sounds crazy, but that's a way to do that. You could get your sauces on the side, and that way everything isn't covered and wet, and it'll be much easier to separate the ingredients. Same with like a sushi roll. Say you get 8 pieces in the roll, just take 1 roll and disassemble it and weigh out each ingredient, and then just multiply it by the number of rolls you're having. Now that is the extra mile. That is how to be precise. Not everyone has the time to do that or wants to do that, and that's fine. So using your hand is a great way to try to measure. So portion sizes can be measured by the palm of your hand, your fist, your thumb. I'll show you guys from my book. If you guys do use your hand for measuring anything, let me know in the comments below. I feel like that's a common practice between people who just are into fitness. If they don't track their macros, sometimes they do use their hand for measuring things. So I'm just curious if anyone utilizes that. But there is so much information on calorie deficits and weight loss, so many things that I'm not going to throw into this video. But anyways, I am now going to do some editing, and I love editing. I'm trying to get this video up. It's from a Q&A actually, which I will link the Q&A in the description of this video if you want to check it out. I've just been doing some studying and editing, and I'm gonna have a can of soup. So that concludes today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up because it really supports my channel. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another Fitty Freckles video again. Follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok, check out my podcast, and I will see you in my next video.